celebrities, not to get too political, but they just make it worse.
Your whole career.
No, I mean with you guys. They
Yeah.
just make it worse. Celebrities do when they speak, and they're almost always on one side of the political divide.
Yes.
And that's basically the side I vote for. You know, as I always say to my woke friends, we voted for the same person. You're just why she lost. I could gather, and I think I will, because it'll be funny, just the incredibly stupid things that celebrities say about politics or finance or something.
Yeah, we're bad.
And then, so if you're like the person out there going, well, how can you live on $100 million a year? Vote Kamala Harris. It's like, that's the game over. People are like, I can't let the country in the hands of these people. I'll vote for this guy who's crazy, but at least this kind of crazy, I can almost relate to him more.
You can't have movie stars and politicians that we know have hundreds of millions of dollars lecturing you. It's just the elitist thing that came out of all that, the Democrats. It wasn't a positive thing. They are not going to do that in 2028. I bet they'll have regular people.
He's so thoughtful sometimes.
He's very smart about this stuff.
Yeah, he really is.
I have a lot of opinions, but I have a job.
You should do the show then. My show, my other show, my real show.
I did it, but I didn't say it till the end.
But you could. Robin Williams did it a bunch of times.
Very crazy. Oh, Fellini had a wet dream.
Oh, Mr. Happy.
Oh, Jackie Gleason, the ghost of Jackie. Oh, Paul Newman, this tiny man, tiny penis. That's all right. I love Robin,
Bill Maher, you give us so much, but I would love a little less. Just.
Wanda Sykes also wearing a Be Good pin for Renee Good, obviously, and trying to use this platform.
Yes, this is not all. There is a video be actually put out during this segment calling out these woke Hollywood celebrities for who they are. They didn't nominate Joe Rogan for the best podcast. Everybody knows the truth. If you see Libras calling out themselves, you should obviously know that they know the truth.
It was glaring that Joe Rogan was not nominated
for best podcast.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of popular, and
it is known.
It is known.
He's absolutely brilliant at what he does.
And he's very good at what exactly. So if you're going to have an inaugural podcast category,
and you don't have.
It just speaks to living in the blue sky bubble. I want to be one of you. I am one of you, but you're just so hard to defend. And this town is the epicenter of the problem. It really is.
The Golden Globes, and it was so much nonsense. Actors like Mark Ruffalo showed up wearing a Be Good pin. That's an homage to Renee Good. Here's Spat 14.
A few days ago, I reported on this Golden Globe Award. I don't know if I'm the only person who noticed this. They attacked Maher during this award. This lady, according to them, Maher is not actually doing what they want him to do. Now you can clearly see what he did here, calling them out for who they are. There was one lady that actually had the award for the best podcast. I was shocked to see that. Notice everything. They didn't even nominate Joe Rogan. You know why? I can't even say it on this video. I noticed everything during that award. I was actually ashamed because everything was just politicized, eyes. That is what we saw throughout that award. At some point, I just had to react to some of their issue of pins.
There's some people pissed off that a queer black woman is up here doing the job of two mediocre white guys.
It's so racist. It's so racist. Right? Like, you gotta, okay, so if they were white and they were guys, you gotta dismiss them as mediocre. Everybody sucks. But I am the oppressed queer black woman doing it all. Shout out from me, like begging them to applaud for her. You're pathetic, Wanda Sykes. Do better. If you actually maybe you had ego death. Because if you had ego life, you would know you don't need to do that in order to make yourself feel good about yourself. You just live your beautiful life. You'll attract positive energy negative will come too, because there's a lot of envy in this world. But you handle it like a pro, like a classy lady, not somebody who's constantly mentioning essentially the fact that she has darker melanin and a vag. She also hit Ricky Gervais, who is the greatest to ever host the Globes, because he's been standing up for women's rights. And here's what she said about him. Stop 15. B.
Ricky Gervais could not be here, so we'll accept this on his behalf.
She's got to mention the trans community. He dedicates his win to the trans community. He doesn't. So disrespectful. How dare you? How dare you? Remember when they were just funny? Why does anybody watch that? We don't. I mean, we have a team that watches it so that you don't have to. But like, how pathetic, right? Like, okay, you're a tough girl. You stood up for the trans community and you ripped Ricky and disparaged his win by mocking him. So Golden Globes, she should never be allowed to present again. And then we got to the brand new category of Best Podcast, which they just added because they want to be more relevant. And you guys have heard this story. I, among other podcasts, were nominated, our show. We pulled our name from consideration. They wanted us to, you had to like fill out all these forms and actually pay a fee. And I said, no, we're not doing that. They also wanted me to go to Hollywood and do interviews with Golden Globes members, like behind the scenes, in order to woo them into voting for me, which I said at the time, there's zero chance I was doing any of that. So we pulled our show from consideration. Then Variety, in writing up the story today, claimed we were snubbed. Variety, we were not snubbed. We pulled our names from consideration.
You know, a few days ago when I posted a video about these Golden Globes, a lot of people were not aware that something like that happened. They didn't even know that there is such thing like this happening. That's to tell you that a lot of people are not interested into all this. At some point, when you see, people like this, organizing an award, then ignoring the most important people, you should obviously know. Ask yourself why Joe Rogan was not nominated. They can't say it. Yeah. Megyn Kelly's name came, but she pulled it down. They spread some kind of rumor about how, it's because she was snubbed, things like that. She didn't want to pass through all the procedures. They put the best thing to do at some point is just to avoid them, ignore them. Yeah, that's the best thing to do. If you look throughout this award, the only thing I noticed was their pins that they put out. Eyes, struggling to pass a message. Be good pin. That is how they termed it. I don't know if people are now bad or what exactly they actually mean by that.
If you believe in the power of the law and that no one stands above it, exercising your American right to protest, and send a message to this president, and as the mayor of that city has said, ICE should get the fuck out of Minneapolis.
You're living real life, nice.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to say I am so sorry for what is happening in Minneapolis and our country, really, but specifically Minneapolis right now because it's where I shot my last stand-up special.
I look at that video. I don't see both sides in a dogmatic.
The Golden Globe for Best Editing goes to the Justice Department.
This is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
Yes, of course, this is for the mother.
Babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be off them damn phones and watching me.
Thank you, everyone. I'm a little in shock about that.
Maduro.
Let your hatred and
sit this one out.
Well, these guys are paid, dude. And we
100.
There you go.
$1,500.
Let's see if they get the.
Well,
I want to see them get it.
MAGA's going to break up because of Donald Trump's criticism of Robin.
Can sit at either place. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
You and your husband were friends with Robin Michelle Reiner, and
everybody knew that wasn't true. A dangerous relative as a likely suspect. A tip that led to her brother Nick. Rob Reiner and Nick had a heated argument the night before at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, being back on his own. In one interview,
she said,
We should have said nothing. The United States to take this family tragedy in which the president had made no comment.
When people ought to have.
Yes.
Absolute horror. Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy.
There's a now.
It's wild how short people's memories are. Under Obama administration,